Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Zeitgeist. Now, I know this is my first official video on this channel, and I can't believe I get to start it off with something as large as CitizenCon. For those of you who don't know, CitizenCon is a celebration of the date Star Citizen was first launched as a Kickstarter, and this is year number 4. It's actually hard to believe it's been 4 years since it was first announced. Holy cow. Hard to believe that 4 years have passed. Anyways, what I'm here to do is bring you a sneak peek at the RSI Polaris Corvette. Again, for those of you who don't know, the RSI Polaris is a Corvette-class capital ship that's taking the place of where the Idris once stood before it came a frigate. The price of the Polaris was actually announced recently and was quoted at coming out for $750. The ship is huge, clocking in at a massive 155 meters in length. If you want to picture that, it's about the size of a Starfarer and a half, so keep that in mind. And as we can see by the pictures and diagrams, the RSI Polaris is fairly well armed, coming with 5 size 4 turrets on the top, sides, and rear of the ship. There are also 2 automated turrets. One of these is a somewhat large gun on the underbelly of the cockpit, and the other is a missile launcher located in the middle of the ship. Now, I'm not sure if I myself am a fan of the automated turrets. I just think I can see a lot of issues with that, with targeting systems and all. Say Retaliator is approaching and I want to take that down instead of the swarm of Auroras around it. I don't know if I'd have control of that launcher or if it'd be easy to use that way. Hopefully these issues will be solved either in the Q&A or be answered tomorrow at CitizenCon. Who knows? Now, the real attraction of this ship would definitely be its torpedo pods. With 4 torpedo pods and 28 torpedoes to fire, this ship is definitely something to be feared. The thing is, though, from the designs and other unanswered questions, I'm not sure if this ship is something that might be very effective for what it strives to do. Sure, with its relatively light armor and heavy shields, one large shield for each section of the ship, the middle, the start, and the back. It's undoubtedly fast for its size and well protected at that. The thing is, as overwhelming as its torpedoes might be to some, we're still very unsure of how these torpedoes will function come Star Citizen. If I'm correct, the Retaliator's torpedoes still don't function in 2.5. Please correct me if they do. But either way, I still see 2 very large issues with this ship. The first is that this ship seems to be heavily focused on its torpedo role. Now, to some, that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's probably a great thing. And with 28 torpedoes, this ship really packs a punch where it needs it. The downside is that the torpedoes are massive, and these things will be very expensive for each volley that you fire, so keep that in mind when thinking about this ship. Also, in the current build of Star Citizen, you can shoot missiles out of the sky if you know what you're doing. Now picture a Mustang size tube flying towards you. Now think of that tube not going at the fastest speed, but still fairly quickly. That's what a torpedo is. They deal large damage, but they're slow and they tend to bumble around. Will chaff work on torpedoes? Probably. Will turrets be able to intercept these torpedoes, and could point defense systems make the ship unreliable for the ship that it's going up against, say a Javelin or an Idris or a Vandal King ship? These torpedoes are very large, and there's a pretty good chance that I think that they'd get intercepted. So, again, that's just something to keep in mind. Like, this is all speculation, so we don't have any idea how torpedoes are planned to work at launch, and we just have to roll with what we know so far. Now, this leads me on to my second major issue with this ship, and that's the fact that I feel it's underarmed. Not in the explosives area, that it's gotten well done. What I'm talking about is its turrets and its coverage. If we look at the underbelly of the ship, it's clear there are no turrets to be found. But what about the side turrets, you may ask? Well, we can see they're extended from the side of the ship, and their angle They can't possibly see underneath the ship. This is a massive blind spot that I'm amazed CIG either overlooked, didn't mind having, or wanted there to be a decently unprotected stomach area of the ship. With this ship being around 155 meters in length, this is a fairly large blind spot. Even behind the ship, there's very little protection. We have one rear turret, and that's it. Now, I know the side turrets can go behind too, but again, their arc isn't the best. So you may be asking yourself, is this ship worth the buy at $750? Well, here's the big thing. The ship is meant to fill the void the Idris once had. The ship will be expensive to use and require a crew of around 13 to 24 people to run efficiently, and that's a lot of people. Now also remember that you have to pay all these people, or NPCs, to be on your ship. That is, unless you have a lot of nice friends who can go without some coin for a while. Next to consider is that this ship's cargo bay is limited to around 200-ish cargo units, and that's around what a Constellation Tauros can carry. Now, it's not bad for this ship of this size, but you won't be making any money off cargo runs in this ship, trust me. The one plus side I see to all of this is that this ship does seem to have a fairly large hangar on the top side of it. What we can fit in this hangar is still to be determined, but from the looks of it, it seems to be around a third of the ship's total length, so I think it's safe to assume that it's probably around 40 to 50 meters long. With that kind of space, you could probably fit a Vanguard in your ship, so that's pretty decent protection. Now, if we're talking about the height of the hangar, though, I really hope it's large enough to fit a Redeemer gunship on board. That might be a nice way to cover for this ship's lack of rear and underbelly weapons. The ship's role, though, is definitely to either be part of a larger fleet that needs more anti-capital ship support, or as an excellent escort ship for something like the Banu Merchantman or the larger of the Hull series. I can't see it doing well anywhere else outside those roles, and for that, paired with the fairly large weaknesses that I think the ship's turrets have at the moment, along with the cost of $750, I really wouldn't advise this for the average day-to-day citizen to purchase this ship. This ship definitely is for large orgs who need something large to protect cargo runs or go Vandal hunting. I can't see it being good anywhere else. I think the price is once again just a little bit off by CIG, but I think that's fine. That, and I'm a bit salty I can't own one myself. So, how about it? Who here is excited for CitizenCon tomorrow? I'll definitely be watching the live stream, and I'm so excited for the days to come. Anyways, thank you all for sticking around to the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.